In the vibrant town of Kumasi, nestled in the heart of Africa, a young man named Kwame lived with his family. Kwame was captivated by tales of adventure and fortune, and when the British forces arrived, he was drawn to their promises of wealth and power. The British, eager to exploit the region's rich resources, enlisted Kwame's help. He guided them to hidden caches of gold and diamonds, betraying his own people for a taste of the luxuries the British flaunted. Kwame's betrayal did not go unnoticed. The townspeople whispered of his treachery, but he paid no heed, blinded by greed. The British soon overreached, capturing locals to be sold into slavery. The community, weary of the exploitation and abductions, reached a breaking point. A fierce resistance was formed, determined to drive the invaders away and reclaim their land and freedom. One fateful day, the British forces, confident in their might, marched to meet the local warriors. Kwame, left behind to guard the base, watched the battle from a distance. The clash was brutal, the locals fueled by anger and desperation. Against all odds, the locals overwhelmed the British, who underestimated their resolve and familiarity with the terrain. In the chaos, the British ships, docked by the coast, were set ablaze by a courageous group of townspeople. Kwame watched in horror as the flames consumed the ships, symbols of his misplaced loyalty. The ships, his only link to the British world he had come to admire, sank into the sea, dragging down any hope of escape or redemption with them. When the smoke cleared, Kwame wandered back to Kumasi, only to find the town in ruins. The war had ravaged the area, leaving a trail of devastation. As he approached his family's home, dread settled in his chest. The once lively household was silent. His family had perished in the violence he had a hand in inciting. Grief and guilt crashed over him like the waves that had swallowed the British ships. Realizing the enormity of his actions, Kwame was struck by a profound sense of remorse. He had traded his people's trust for empty promises, and now he was left with nothing. In a bid for atonement, Kwame dedicated himself to rebuilding what he had helped destroy. He worked tirelessly to mend the broken community, sharing the wealth he had acquired to aid the families who had suffered. Kwame's story became a cautionary tale, a reminder of the dangers of betrayal and greed. He spent the rest of his life trying to earn back the trust of his people, though he knew some wounds would never fully heal. His journey was a testament to the possibility of redemption, even in the face of unforgivable actions, and the enduring strength of a community united against oppression. Kwame often found solace by the river in Kumasi, a place where he could reflect on his past mistakes and the new path he was trying to forge. One day, as he strolled along the riverbank, the tranquil sound of the flowing water was interrupted by a faint, plaintive cry. Startled, Kwame paused, straining his ears to locate the source. The cries grew louder, echoing off the water's surface. Driven by curiosity and concern, he followed the sound until he spotted a basket, nestled among the reeds. Inside the basket lay a tiny baby, swaddled in a pristine white cloth. The baby's big, brown eyes met Kwame's, and the crying ceased, replaced by a look of curious calm. Kwame's heart raced. He shouted, calling out to see if anyone was nearby, but only the rustling leaves answered him. He waited, the sun sinking lower in the sky, casting long shadows on the riverbank. As the light faded and no one came to claim the child, Kwame knew he couldn't leave the baby alone in the dark. He carefully lifted the basket, the baby's small hand grasping his finger instinctively. Kwame felt a strange connection, a sense of destiny intertwining with his own. As he walked back to the village, he couldn't help but think about the symbolism of the baby's white cloth, purity, new beginnings, perhaps even a sign of redemption. Once home, Kwame faced the daunting task of raising the baby. He named the child Kofi, after his father, hoping to honor his memory and make amends for his past. The village, initially wary of Kwame's sudden acquisition of a child, gradually softened as they saw the genuine care he showed for Kofi. Kwame, once shunned for his betrayal, began to earn back the community's trust through his dedication to the child and his unwavering efforts to support those in need. Kofi grew quickly, his laughter filling the spaces that had once been silent and sorrowful. He became a symbol of hope and renewal for the villagers, a living testament to the possibility of change and growth. Kwame found himself changed as well. The responsibility of caring for Kofi transformed his outlook on life. The child's innocent questions and wonder forced Kwame to see the world anew, to rediscover joy in simple moments. As Kofi grew older, Kwame shared stories of the town's history, including the mistakes he had made. He taught Kofi the values of honesty, community, and the importance of standing up for what is right. Kwame's past became a lesson, not only for Kofi but for the entire village, showing that even the deepest wounds could be healed with time, effort, and love. In the end, Kwame found that by raising Kofi, he was also raising himself, rebuilding a life and a legacy that had been shattered. The child brought light into Kwame's world, a beacon of hope that guided him out of his darkness. And so, in the quiet evenings by the river, where their journey together began, Kwame and Kofi would sit and watch the sunset, the world bathed in the warm glow of new beginnings.